Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, here are the beautiful nails that we're going to be doing. It's beautiful orange with orange dried flowers. As you guys can see, I have already started to soak off her other nails. I'm filing them down first, and as you can see, they have a thin layer of clear to protect her natural nail so that we don't file all the way down to the natural nail, and we can soak off the clear. It's also good if she wants a refill. All you have to do is remove the clear and add a little bit more clear where the growth is and add a new color. So as you guys can see, I am soaking them off with a cotton ball and aluminum and some acetone, and we are doing one by one. So what I'm doing is removing the product, and then I am going to be basically wrapping the nail in the cotton ball and acetone every time I remove it. So we're doing one by one. So remove the product and basically cover it down. Basically cover it up, and basically this is gonna help them soak off a lot faster if you do them one by one. And the bit that I'm using is actually a triple course bit, and it is from Amazon, and I'll leave that link in the description box below. It makes my soak offs only 30 minutes. It used to be an hour, so thank the Lord for this really great bit. Okay, so they're all wrapped up, and now we can start one by one taking our cuticle pusher and removing all of the soaked off product. This is acrylic, by the way, if I didn't mention it. And I am just straining up her nails, filing them a little bit. I didn't want to cut them down too much because she's gonna probably do an overlay the next time that she comes, she said, so we'll see. But now we're taking this medium sanding band, and I am basically kind of removing some of that acrylic at the same time as I am removing the shine on the nail and around the cuticle, anything that is outgrown and that is dead. And I did slow this down a tiny bit so you guys can see the RPM on the drill is not rotating that fast, because you can see it kind of stop here and there. So it is very light. We are not being harsh on the nail. Here's a close-up of what I'm actually removing, all that dead cuticle underneath the eponychium, which is that little skin on top of the, kind of like right there on top of the nail. But the eponychium is alive, so we're only trying to remove whatever's dead, so just be careful. The eponychium is also like known as the cuticle, but in reality, cuticle is the dead skin and your eponychium is your live tissue or your live skin. So here's a slow motion so you guys can see what I'm actually doing, where I'm actually filing off, and why. Because if you can see right here, we're kind of taking a little corner off of the bit and going into the corners of the side walls, and that's helping me remove a lot of dead skin, so we will be able to prevent a lot of lifting with this. Same thing with this. We're kind of going around the cuticle and the surface of her natural nail, and then right on the corners on the side walls. As you can see on the side walls of her nails, there's the dead skin as well. And it's very important to remove all of it as much as you can, but do not over remove her natural nail or their natural nails, in case you don't want to damage their natural nail. That is why we don't want to overdo it. So moving on, I am adding these tips I also buy on Amazon, and I will be leaving the link for that down below as well. I love these tips because if you wanted to do a tapered square, they are so tapered already. They're not wide tips. So I really love these tips. They're worth the price. They're not that expensive. They're pretty inexpensive, and there's about 500 in each one, in each packet. And if you have Prime, guys, it'll be at your house probably the next day. Also, I am using KDS glue, and I also buy on Amazon, or back then I used to buy on eBay. The gloves that I have also on Amazon. I love these gloves, and surprisingly, they don't really rip like that much when I touch the acetone, because I've mentioned how acetone can rip through nitrile gloves and like not latex. Latex is the ones that it doesn't rip on, but vinyl and nitrile they do. So I'm surprised because I believe these are nitrile gloves and they don't rip through the acetone. So as you guys can see, I'm taking my 180 grit file and I am filing the sides really well so that I can do a coffin shape. That is the shape we're going for. And as you guys can see, I am going back and forth so that I am not removing too much on one side. So we're gonna put the file a little bit at an angle, and that way it gives us a better look to the nail. Also focusing on her free edge, making sure that it's straightened out as well. So we're kind of doing the sides and the free edge simultaneously to get the best result. So our very next step is to take the same sanding band, medium grit, and we are just removing the bulkiness of that fake nail, the artificial nail, and it kind of helps blend them together for better application of the acrylic. So here you see me adding thin layers of clear, and like I said guys, this is what I do to protect her natural nail. So if you're gonna add a color, it's gonna go right on top and it'll be easier for you to remove that color and put something else underneath. And you should always, I think it's mostly important to always do this, but I don't do it to everyone, only for people that actually like to get fills. Surprisingly, some girls don't, so it doesn't really matter if, you know, there's people that come to you once a month and they literally only do their nails once a month. They take them off or they get them removed and they're fine with that. But for the clients that actually like to get fills, and you like to do colored acrylic, it's okay to add a little extra time to file off that layer, because we are going to be putting clear on top of the color as well. The color that I'm using, I actually mixed it up myself, so there's not really, I can't even tell you like what brand it is. I just know I mixed a bunch of oranges and some yellow in there to get her a lighter orange. But like I was saying, we did the clear, we're doing the color, and right on top of these orange, we're also gonna close it off, capsulate it with the clear again. So it's kind of like sandwiched in, if you guys, you know, understand what I'm trying to say. So like I said, so next time she comes back, she can get a fill. We'll just remove that clear on top and the orange. And the only thing left will be the clear underneath. And that is to protect her natural nails, and this is how we'll get longevity from her fills, or for her fills. All right, so here I am just adding clear to her nails. The clear that I'm using is Kupa Incorporated. Kupa nails, I love them. That is the drill that I have, also by Kupa. So their products work really well with me. And this is going to protect her nails. Like I said, we're sandwiching it in. And this is her other hand. And like I said, we're just going to do the same thing. Add thin layers of the clear acrylic to protect the natural nail. And I'm doing this mostly on her fingers where the orange is going to go, because where the other ones are, the pointer and her ring finger, we are going to be doing the flowers. So we're going to save that for last, and we're going to add clear on those two, but when we do the flowers, because we're going to use that clear base on the bottom, like right here. That's exactly what I'm doing now to adhere the flowers. So I did actually go back and just do the orange, and I think I left, oh no, I might have just actually just went ahead and did all the clear, because I thought I saved it for last. I usually save the clear first layer before applicating any encapsulated designs for last. But anyway, we already had one ahead and put a thin layer, but we're just gonna go ahead and take another little thin layer. Make sure they're thin, and we're gonna take this little tweezer tool that the flowers came with, and we're just going to apply right on top. These little tweezers make it so easy to apply them. So you just pick it up, you add the clear for the stickiness, and then you pick the flower up, and you can basically just pat it down so that way that it's not sticking out. That would not be good if it does keep sticking out like that. It would ruin the whole design and might even file the flower off. And here goes the second one. I love the idea that she had for orange flowers. I thought it was the cutest thing. I've said this so many times before. Orange is not my favorite color, but on nails, boy, do they pop. I love how they look. You know what would have probably made this set just a little bit tiny better in my opinion? I feel like some orange Swarovskis or orange rhinestones would have been cute. That would have been like such a game changer for these nails. But this is what she wanted, so you know, she gets what she wants. But you know, I just think for me, I would have just loved to see a little bit of bling, but I'm a bling person. I know not everyone is. So yeah, we're encapsulating these flowers with the clear from Kupa Incorporated, like I said. And actually the brush that I'm using is by the local nail supply store here near me, and it is a number 20. But anyway, we're just making sure that there's enough product on top of the flowers so that we don't basically file the flowers off. We want to protect them as much as we can. And here you see me just filing the nails because they are already dry. And we're kind of reshaping that coffin shape because the nails do get bulky again after applying the acrylic. But it's actually a lot easier because your shape is basically already there. As you guys can see, here is me showing you guys how I remove the acrylic around the skin. And this bit that I'm using is actually from Amazon, and I believe it's a Pana one. It is a silver extra fine bit. So this was the first time that I've used an extra fine bit. I've used fine, but this is extra fine, and I actually really love it. It's so smooth. I feel like you don't even need to use a buffer for this. And here you go. You guys can see me going in there. I'm going in slow motion so that you guys can see how I am actually working. This is obviously slower than usual, but this is really what it looks like. What I'm focusing on is going around that cuticle area underneath the skin to remove any product, because you want to be able to see the skin, then you want to be able to see your natural nail underneath. That means that you removed all of that product that shouldn't be there around the cuticle area, and then you should be able to see the nail. So you see the skin, your natural nail, and the acrylic. So you're gonna see skin, you're gonna see nail, and then you're gonna see orange for the color, if that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, this is basically how I do it. And then I go around the surface, like I said, and the surface is basically filing the surface is basically to make sure that it is evened out and there are no lumps or bumps on the nail. All right, you guys, that is all for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something and I helped you guys out. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe.